Hey, what's going on guys? John Shea here from the No Shame Income blog. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you like my content, and I'm going to be putting out new videos each and every single week. So I apologize first of all because this particular room that I'm recording this in is actually very dark. As you can see, all the walls are green and all of the trim is very dark gray. So unfortunately, all I've got to work with is one single light and a little bit of sunlight coming in. But today what I wanted to talk about is my favorite sleep hack for basically entrepreneurs, people with really busy minds. I mean, this doesn't have to be just for entrepreneurs. It's really for anybody that has a very hard time falling asleep at night. And this has always been a huge problem for me. Usually it's something when I just have a lot on my mind. I'm thinking about things, maybe I'm excited about something like that I'm going to be doing the next day. Whatever it is, when it comes to actually going to bed at night, if you have a lot of running thoughts through your mind and you know, maybe you're trying to fall asleep a little earlier than normal, just generally for me, I found it can be very, very difficult to actually fall asleep. I've tried to use all kinds of tricks where like maybe I'll do something in my head, like there's been times where I'll literally repeat in my mind, I'll say the word nothing over and over again in my head until I fall asleep. But who wants to do that every night? You know, it's not really fun. So I'm actually going to show you guys what I like to call my secret weapon. Let me actually flip over the camera, and this is actually my bed. I want to show you guys, this is something called the Spoonk, and if you've never heard of it, this is actually this plastic spike mat that you can buy. They're very cheap. I think they go on Amazon anywhere from probably as low as about $15, I'd say, all the way up to probably $50, depending on what you get. Some of them come in kits. But I bought this several years ago, and you know, initially upon going to get this, I thought it was a little strange. What this does is it actually applies, really what it is an acupressure type treatment. So this thing is essentially all these spiked little plastic spikes. You know, you could potentially hurt yourself on them if you're not being careful. But I've never cut myself on one. They're fairly sharp, and what you do is every night, you know, before I go to bed, if I'm having a really hard time sleeping, I'll actually take my pillow, I'll straighten it out, and I'll pull this thing up as far as I can to the pillow and kind of straighten it out. Then I'll sit right here. Again, you have to make sure your shirt is off, otherwise this thing's not really going to work very well through clothing. And you're going to lay on this, and what's going to happen is your body kind of goes into this weird transition state where while you're laying on this, initially to your body, it's almost like a shock where you're not going to be in pain. It may, you know, for some of you guys, it may be a little bit painful at first, just getting used to it, trying it for the first time. But what eventually happens is your whole body just gets really, really relaxed. And it can also help with back pain, other things, maybe ailments that you could be having. But if you lay on this for probably about 10-15 minutes, obviously you'll have to sit up if you have a significant other, like I'll have my wife, or she'll do the same thing. She'll be like, you know, help me, like pull it out, and you have to be very careful. You have to sit up straight, don't like try to go over on your side. Have the other person pull it out from under you, or just grab it yourself. And in my case, I have a little storage drawer here that's actually built into our bed frame. So I'll just throw it in here, fold it up in half, and whenever I want to use it, I'll grab it, or she'll grab it, and we'll use this for 10-15 minutes. But this thing really, really relaxes you. It's quite amazing how powerful it really is. And I even had, let me just flip this back over. I even had a recent scenario where I was doing some landscaping work, and now I'm a computer guy. This isn't like a typical thing. I had a contractor come to my home, and we were basically building a stone wall, and I decided to help them. It was kind of a barter situation, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna help them out. And I was lifting these bricks like all day long, and I must have strained my hand from doing this all day long. Like, it's not something I normally do. So what ended up happening was that night I went to go to bed, and my hand was just kind of like pulsating, like really hurting from some of the strain I'd put on it during the day. So what I did is I actually laid on the mat for a few minutes to kind of get myself, you know, starting to fall asleep. And then what I did is I took my hand and I actually placed it underneath my back on the spike mat. So I used the pressure of my back on the spike mat, and I did that for probably about 5 minutes, and literally it completely got rid of all the pain and discomfort that I was having in my hand. It was kind of like a cramp almost, like it was just really discomforted from being in this particular position all day long, or moving the bricks and doing things my body wasn't used to, and this thing completely got rid of it, and I was able to fall asleep within minutes. So what I'm gonna do is leave a link below in the description. You guys can check this out on Amazon. I've had this thing now for about 2 years, and both me and my wife love it. We use it all the time to fall asleep. If you guys are someone that is having a hard time just getting to sleep at night, trying to pass out, you've been taking medicine or whatever have you, this thing is literally a godsend. It has been so helpful for me to be able to pass out as someone who's always busy, has a lot on my mind, just thinking about things. So yeah, I'll leave a link to check this out, and again, don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. I'll be doing more of these each and every week. Thanks, and talk to you later.